At a ticking time bomb inside the eyes.
Medical reporter Dina Baer has more on preventing a blinding disease.
When you get an eye exam, doctors check for subtle changes indicative of a growing disease. Patients who skip their screening find themselves unable to reverse the damage to their sight. And tonight, one man is speaking out in an effort to prevent others from having their lives go dark.
And I'm just going to find your eye.
Glaucoma is one of the most devastating conditions. It's, I believe, the second largest cause of blindness in people, and it's irreversible damage.
It's the diagnosis Charlie Williams received when he was in his early 40s.
I woke up and I couldn't see like I usually see, and I ran to the doctor and doctor, you got to help me, I'm losing my sight, and I panicked.
Knowing he had a family history of glaucoma, Charlie still ignored the signs.
Beating myself up because I didn't go to the doctor. But like I said, it was scary.
Let me see what that does.
And the disease is sneaky.
There's no pain receptors in the retina, so it does sneak up on you. There we go.
The eyes, as we age, get clogged.
In the eyes, because it's on the inside of the eyes, if there's too much fluid produced or the drain gets clogged, then the fluid has nowhere to go and it just builds up pressure, like blowing up a balloon. In glaucoma, there's fluid that's produced in the front of the eye, and there's kind of jelly in the back of the eye. So when the fluid is produced and not draining properly, or if the fluid production is too much, then there's more and more and more fluid in the front of the eye, and it pushes. The optic nerve is in the back of the eye here, and if there's too much pushing, the optic nerve gets damaged.
I have no vision in my right eye. My left eye, I have no peripheral. At this stage that I am now, is not much else that the doctors can do.
Here's what doctors do to screen. First, a pressure test, then more high-tech options.
We have special instruments that shine infrared light through the retina, and we can see various layers, and you can see damage that way. And so we're going to do your left eye. Visual field tests are very common, as well as what's called an OCT, which to look at the layers of the retina. It's easier to catch now. In fact, some of the studies show that there's a decrease in how many people are actually having damage and going blind. But the people who are not getting exams, those are the ones that are still going blind.
The recommendation, regular eye exams beginning at age 40, even if you don't wear glasses or contacts. Optometrists look for early signs of fluid buildup.
There are treatments if you catch it in time, but once the damage is done, you can't undo the damage. If you catch the pressures early, you can use eye drops that act like Drano and keep the drain open.
Charlie doesn't have that option now, but the former chef is still pursuing his passion.
Okay, I got this impairment, but I can do some stuff. You know, just like that, I still cook. I still cook today. I build my confidence back up. Yeah, I have a little struggle getting around. I got a wonderful wife that's there for me all the time. I got great support. I got great support now, so this is just part of life.
Eye exams should be conducted annually or even more frequently for those in high-risk groups, including African Americans, Latinos, and Northern Europeans. Back to you.